If you are someone who is looking to move up the ranks from entry-level sports bikes to bigger, more powerful ones, then the world is your oyster. That's because, upon close inspection, there are plenty of such middleweights that deliver excellent dynamics and performance in a package easy to get around and reasonably priced. There is a big reason why these bikes have gained a lot of popularity among riders. They're a commendable intersection of smaller sports bikes and expensive, large-capacity bikes. When weighed against their larger and faster counterparts, middleweight bikes are more reasonably priced, meaning you truly get the best of both worlds, affordability of small offerings and performance of bigger ones, on these bikes. Do note that we have picked middleweight offerings between the 500cc and 900cc class, which you should do too, since it makes the transition phase of moving up in the sports bike ranks much easier. Let's dive in. 10. Kawasaki Ninja 650. The Kawasaki Ninja 650 is the next step in Team Green's Ninja lineup after the Ninja 400. Although it may not appear as impressive as competitors like the Yamaha R7 or Honda CB650R, there is still enough to make it worth taking a closer look. For instance, its 649cc parallel twin 68 horsepower is more than sufficient to carry around the 420-pound all-in weight of the bike. And although the suspension and brakes are not premium, the chassis is still very user-friendly and well-balanced. This makes it both comfortable and easy to maneuver as well as enjoyable on winding roads. Ninja is a moniker that this bike rightfully bears for good, and you should also expect typical levels of Kawasaki quality. 9. Triumph Daytona 660. With the launch of the brand new Daytona 660, Triumph has at last made a comeback to the sports bike market. It has come to compete with the Yamaha YZF-R7 and Honda CBR650R and boasts the Trident 660 derived dependable 660cc triple-cylinder engine. But with some changes. For example, the red line increases to 12,650 rpm, while the compression ratio rises to 12:1. This results in an output of 93.7 horsepower and 51 pound-feet of torque. It also has new fairings that give it the look of a proper middleweight, complete with a sleek windscreen and a stylish dual-pod LED headlight. It is fashionable, quick, and reasonably priced. 8. Yamaha YZF-R7. The Yamaha YZF-R6 was among the greatest 600cc sports motorcycles. It has now been replaced by R7 in Yamaha's mid-capacity segment. It is remarkable like its predecessor, but for different reasons. It holds its head high in the hierarchy of Yamaha R models, thanks to the parallel twin engine that debuted in the MT-07. Even though the 689cc engine only produces around 73 horsepower, the chassis is quite competent and exciting. What adds to the experience is the scaled-down R1-like aesthetic, even though it's far cheaper than the real deal. A no-brainer if you are looking for a reliable, well-built middleweight sports bike. 7. Suzuki GSX-8R. Now, Suzuki isn't a manufacturer that updates its lineup every year, but when it does, it takes people by surprise. The all-new fully faired GSX-8R looks like a real steal for its sub-$10,000 MSRP. It is, after all, based on the GSX-8S, which has been a hit in all markets. So the 8R shouldn't worry you too much. It comes with all the latest tech you can ask for, a likable powerhouse, and tantalizing liveries, which make it well worth the next sports bike for you if you are ascending from a smaller displacement motorcycle. 6. Kawasaki Ninja ZX-6R. The ZX-6R is a real ninja in every way, thanks to its inline-4 636cc engine and lightweight construction. Its design takes cues from the ZX-10R in many areas, such as the turn signals that are neatly incorporated into the cowl, giving the ZX-6R a standout appearance. Additionally, the bike is equipped with Kawasaki's 3-mode traction control system, KTRC, which is an invaluable tool for enhancing confidence in slick conditions. You always have control over the traction incursion while using the various riding modes. If you choose the top-tier model, which will cost a few thousand more, you can also get yourself a special 40th anniversary edition of the ZX-6R. Go crazy! 5. Aprilia 660 rupees. The 660 rupees from Aprilia is an exquisite lightweight sports bike with an undeniable Italian flair. The 659cc parallel twins 100 horsepower and 50 pound-feet of torque are as close to usable power as it gets. And Aprilia has focused on developing a very strong chassis that, even without the amazing technology taken directly from the bigger RSV4 models, is simply impressive on the road or the track. While the 660 rupees offers excellent straight-line performance, Aprilia hasn't just focused on making it a track-worthy motorcycle like its Japanese competitors have. It is unwavering but also incredibly user-friendly, making it suitable for riders of all ability levels. 4 Honda CBR600RR. Since its debut, the CBR600RR has revolutionized the middleweight class. It was one of the first supersports that used innovations from the MotoGP back in 2003. Honda's approach at the time was to build a 600cc motorbike with a track emphasis and toss out practicality out of the brief. Throughout its 20-year existence, the RR has undergone several modifications. The current edition, sold in America, uses a lighter frame than its predecessor, carved from fine die-cast technology, that maintains the strength of the previous CBR600RR while improving agility. In essence, you get a 600cc rocket with the same kick-ass top-end power but a lighter, more manageable feel, ideal for people stepping up. 3 Suzuki GSX-R750. The Suzuki GSX-R750 is a bike still yet to receive considerable upgrades in this, or the previous, decade. It is rightly the class elderly leader, but disregard it at your own risk. Its 419 pounds in total weight is supported by 150 horsepower from an inline 4-cylinder engine, housed in one of the greatest sports bike chassis ever created by Suzuki. There is a seductive blend of handling and power that, in the end, makes it incredibly simple to ride quickly and skillfully with little interference from the asphalt. The GSX-R750 makes a strong case for itself as the greatest sports bike available for purchase if you're stepping up. Yes, there aren't many electronics, but that could just be because it works so well already that it doesn't require any. Ever thought of it this way? 2 MV Agusta F3 R. MV Agusta is pure Italian exotica, and its F3 sports bike is highly regarded for its elegance, performance, chassis capability, and desirability. With its amazing 147 horsepower 798cc triple-cylinder engine, it can easily keep up with a 1000cc sports bike in almost all scenarios. There is nothing that compares to having that well-known name on the tank when it comes to power, torque, and 3-cylinder character in an engine. Moving on, the frame is so well balanced that every time you ride it, you'll actively look for curves and steer clear of straightaways, and that's also when you'll appreciate the kick-ass underpinnings. They comprise quality forks, premium wheels, and near top-spec Brembo brakes. Surely pricey, but well worth it. The F3 is sumptuous, to put it briefly. 1 MV Agusta Superveloce 800. Though it may simply be an elegantly dressed MV Agusta F3800, the Superveloce 800 is one of the most improbable road-going sports bikes. Its loud 3-cylinder engine produces a lot of oomph, while keeping the riding stance well shy of overly aggressive. The 798cc mill, which has been in production since 2013, produces 147 horsepower, thanks to titanium valves and a counter-rotating crank. Although the SV is elegantly built, well-equipped, and full of delectable technology, it's the type of money you would expect to spend for a high-end 1000. The new Superveloce 800 is undoubtedly all about flair and sound, and if that appeals to you, it's a great ride. Also, don't forget to tell us how you can afford this if you're a new rider. Asking for a friend.